You're watching A Better Memphis.
The SNAP crisis has so many of us focusing on the need for food, but America faces another critical shortage: affordable housing. Having an affordable place to live is an issue many Americans face, especially in today's economy, especially in our city. The city of Memphis is looking to expand access to affordable housing for middle-income households. And joining us today to share more on this effort is the city's Housing and Community Development Director, Ashley Cash. Thank you so much, Ms. Cash, for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We're delighted you're here. A groundbreaking was originally set for last Wednesday for the Bellevue-Montgomery project, but got postponed due to weather. But please help us understand what that project is and what is your vision for it?
Absolutely. So that's a project with KPS Development. It's a 23-unit. It'll be rental housing, cottage style, very beautiful infill development. We're really excited to be partnered with them on that project. We were a small portion. I think they did some crowdsourcing as well to raise money, but we were just a small portion of that investment. And that originally came to us maybe 2 or 3 years ago. They had the land, they've been looking to develop on it and couldn't quite make the financials work, and eventually we ended up with this program, the Middle Income Pilot, that is just a perfect testament to what we're trying to do in the community.
And so you found a place near Bellevue and Montgomery.
Yes.
That's the name, right?
Right.
And so it's rental property that will be affordable?
That's correct. It'll be affordable. And so the city is not actually doing the development. KPS is doing it. They're going to manage it, lease it. We're just helping to fund a portion of it. It will be available for rent for people who are in, we call middle income, the 81% area median income to 120% area median income. We all are familiar with those terminology because we work in it day to day. But essentially, when you talk about that, that's probably somebody who's earning around $60,000 up to maybe $80,000. We have found in our market, in the housing space, the city has a lot of tools. Of course, the federal government has a lot of tools for what we think of affordable housing, which is anything that is at 80% or lower. But there are a lot of people who are working out there who are in that 81 to 20, and there's just really no housing or assistance for them. And then on the developer side, you can't make any money doing those types of deals because you just can't finance them.
Right, and so the city is trying to take some action.
That's right.
And helping out in this way.
Yes.
And are there other projects in the pipeline?
There are. We've got about 4 approved projects. We should actually have a different groundbreaking around the end of November for one of those projects, but they're all small scale. There's another 24-unit multifamily housing development around the South Memphis area. There's another development north, I think, in the Raleigh area, where we're doing a little bit of housing, new construction. And so this is a pilot. We have looked at what works and what doesn't. Hopefully we'll be able to make funds available again the early part of next year, but we're excited to see these projects come through.
And we saw in COVID, housing prices just go through the roof, right? I mean, the price of a new home just went sky high.
Yes.
And then rents followed suit and went way out of control. And so, so many people face a crisis today in finding a place where they can live comfortably with their family, feel safe, and have you know, the security of knowing they're going to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
And so what else is happening in our city to try to help?
Absolutely. We've got, so the city of Memphis has various programs around affordable, what we call true affordable housing. Like I said, that's that 80% or lower. There are some projects that are receiving our Affordable Housing Trust Fund dollars to really fill those gaps. We also have some other projects that are coming online, hopefully in the North Memphis area, South Memphis area. We're doing some work in Orange Mound to do some new construction home ownership units, really to try to fill that gap, because we have found a lot of people with the rise in rents, they're unable to move into home ownership. And so we're trying to identify those different units and those different development partners that can help us with that problem.
And we know the developers can make a lot of money if they build out east in luxury neighborhoods. And so what kind of incentives should be established, do you think, to try to get companies like KPS to the table?
Absolutely. So just through conversations, through research, a lot of developers struggle with pre-development costs. And so those could be costs to get your architecture and engineering drawings or any kind of utility or hookups or fees that you have to pay. They have that trouble filling that gap before they can start construction. And then I think on the incentive side, the other piece that people can think about is really some appraisal gap funding. So you may build a house that's going to cost you the same to build it, depending on what kind of finishes you're using, but you may not have the appraisals in certain areas to build attractively in, say, certain communities within the city. And so having that appraisal gap to help buy down that cost is really going to be a great incentive.
Well, Ashley Cash, the director of Memphis Community Development, Housing and Community Development, thank you so much for being here today on A Better Memphis.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We know that's something you work for every single day.
Absolutely.
All right.